It's a cold fall afternoon and you're struggling to stay awake. Caffeine sounds good right about now, but you're also not in the mood for coffee. You happen to have a bag of tea leaves, but you've got no idea how to make tea. Don't worry, I'm here to help. I've been making tea for the last 4 years and have made countless pots using various methods. My mother taught me all I know since tea making holds a special place in Chinese culture. This guide is intended to teach you how to use a French press to make tea. This method is so easy you can make loose leaf tea in a college dorm without any hassle. Before we begin, you will need the following items: a French press, tea leaves, an electric kettle, something to pour the tea into, either a cup or a mug, and water, which will be obtained later. You can also use a stovetop kettle instead of an electric kettle if that is an option for you. First, we're going to put water into the kettle. I'm putting about 750 milliliters or 3 cups of water because my French press can only handle 600 milliliters of liquid. Next, turn the electric kettle on. The water can also be boiled using a stovetop kettle. Simply fill the stovetop kettle with water and turn on the heat. If in your college dorm, you might want to use an electric kettle to follow your residence hall's policies. Then, as the water boils, place about 2 teaspoons of tea leaves into the French press, like so. The amount of tea leaves can vary depending on the size of the French press. See, it's easy as that. With an electric kettle, it will automatically turn off when the water boils. If you're using a stovetop kettle, remove the kettle from heat once the water begins to boil. At this point, let the water cool a bit. According to cupandleaf.com, it is best to make green tea using water between 175 degrees Fahrenheit to 185 degrees Fahrenheit, or 80 degrees Celsius to 85 degrees Celsius. Waiting a bit after the water has boiled allows the water to cool to this range. Now, pour a small amount into the French press. Be careful with hot water as you can burn yourself. You will want the water to be at 1 inch from the bottom. After 10 to 15 seconds, dump out the water. This is a process in Chinese tea making called rinsing, as described by Golden Moon Tea. This prepares the tea to be steeped at a higher temperature by briefly introducing the tea leaves to hot water. We're almost finished, just a few more steps to go. Now, add about 250 milliliters or 1 cup of hot water for every teaspoon of tea leaves added. Once again, be careful around hot water. Move the plunger up and down a few times to stir the tea leaves. When this is finished, it is time to let the tea brew. Alice Hahnemann of the University of Nebraska says it is important to allow the tea leaves some space to expand while they brew. As a result, leave the strainer about halfway up from the bottom of the French press to give the tea leaves some room while they brew. TheArtofTea.com recommends that green tea should be brewed for 3 minutes. Make sure to not to brew the tea for any longer than this period, as it can make the tea bitter. Lastly, after the brief wait, pour the tea into a cup or mug and enjoy. Caution, the tea may be hot, so you might have to wait just a bit more. As you can see, making tea using a French press isn't so hard. You can do it virtually anywhere. All you need to do is heat some water, add tea leaves to a French press, pour the hot water into the French press, and wait. Voila! Easy and simply made loose leaf tea in a matter of minutes. Next time you make tea, try this method and you won't be disappointed.